What are limiting beliefs? Well, they're thoughts or opinions that we have that we believe to be true. And because they're limiting, these beliefs hold us back in some way, or they have a negative impact. They can hold us back in achieving what we want to achieve in our life, or from doing what we want to do. And they can be both conscious and unconscious beliefs. And these beliefs are mainly formed in our early childhood. Now, when we get older, we can form new beliefs, both limiting and empowering beliefs. The good news is that everyone has limiting beliefs of some sort. But how do you know you have limiting beliefs, and how can you identify them? Well, you look for the evidence. Firstly, start to observe your thoughts and the words that you use. Are they empowering, or are they restrictive or limiting in some way? Let me give you some fun beliefs, and the easiest ones are superstitions. Now, I'm sure you heard of many superstitions over the years, and you probably even adhere to some of them yourself. There's a whole list of superstitions. Like, for example, if you see a magpie on its own, it means sorrow is coming your way. Or if you have an itchy nose, it's a sign you're going to have an argument with someone. Or if the palm of your hand is itchy, it means money is coming your way. Or if you break a mirror, you'll end up having 7 years of bad luck. Or the most common one is never walk under a ladder. And you've probably heard many others yourself also. Well, one superstition that was in our house growing up was to never eat meat on St. Stephen's Day, otherwise you'd have poor health for the year ahead. And so, every St. Stephen's Day growing up, we could never eat meat the day after Christmas Day. But then when I started going out with my wife and I went to spend the day in her house on St. Stephen's Day, when it came to mealtime, there was more turkey and ham dished out on the plates. And when I said I couldn't eat meat, they all looked at me as if I had two heads, until I explained the tradition that we had in our house. And so from that day onwards, I started to question the superstitions that I had grown up to believe in. Now, those superstitions were so ingrained that I wouldn't walk under a ladder. I'd be very careful when I handled a mirror. I'd keep to myself if my nose began to itch in case I ended up having an argument with someone. And I'd end up saluting any lone magpies. It sounds absolutely ridiculous now, but back then, they were my beliefs. That's how ingrained and hardwired beliefs can be. It wasn't until I started to question those superstitions and look for the evidence that I realised that they were simply just stories that had been handed down from generation to generation. Now, you probably know of other superstitions yourself. And if you do, ask yourself, are you changing your behaviour or doing a particular action because of those superstitions, such as saluting a lone magpie, or not eating meat on St. Stephen's Day, or not walking under a ladder when you see it leaned up against the wall as you stroll down the footpath? You see, a lot of the time we do things automatically, without even consciously thinking about it. And while these superstitions can be quite fun, they are still limiting beliefs that people hold, because you're restricting yourself in some way, or you're altering your behaviour in some way. And those superstitions are so ingrained we absolutely believe them to be true. That's how powerful beliefs are. So, can you imagine how powerful a limiting belief is in restricting what you want to achieve in your life or in your business? But not only that, your limiting beliefs are also closing you off to opportunities and possibilities. How? Well, have you ever had a discussion with someone that absolutely believes their soccer team to be the best team, or their political party to be the best political party to run the country? If you have, then you'll know how much definite they are in their arguments, and they'll defend their position to the end. In other words, they're closed off to anything that doesn't support their belief. The same way with a limiting belief that holds you back. You too will be closed off to anything else that doesn't support that belief. You'll be closed off to opportunities and possibilities. So how do you recognise if you have a limiting belief? Well, the same way you can easily recognise if you're adhering to a superstition, begin to observe your thoughts and the language that you use. So when you think about doing something, are your thoughts along the lines of, that's so hard to do, or that would never work? Who am I to do that? What will other people think? It'll cost a fortune. These are all limiting thoughts. And with limiting thoughts come limiting actions. Or observe the language that you use when you speak to others and see as it limiting in some way. I want you to do an exercise right now. So stop whatever you're doing, whether it be running, cycling or driving, just stop and sit down somewhere. And if you need to pause this, then do so until you're in a position to sit down. And then you can continue to listen to the rest of the episode. So if you're now sitting down, I want you to close your eyes and tune into your body to see how your mind and body reacts to each of the following phrases. Because these phrases are ones that I hear often. So tune into your reaction to see whether you agree or disagree with them. Also, I want you to observe how your body feels. In other words, do you feel your body being restricted? So here we go. Now, listen to these phrases and observe your reaction. As soon as I get some money, it's gone. Every time I go to do something for myself, something gets in its way. We're cursed. Life is so hard. To get anywhere in life, you have to work hard. No pain, no gain. Good things come to those who wait. Money doesn't grow on trees. Rich people are mean. Money isn't important to me. Now, how did your mind and body react? Did you find yourself somewhat agreeing to these phrases, but trying not to agree to them at the same time? Did you observe your body contracting and getting smaller? Did you feel downbeat and restricted in some way? Because each one of these phrases are limiting beliefs. And with a limiting belief, you can observe how your mind and your body responds to them. Limiting beliefs are restrictive, and so you'll find yourself holding yourself back. They're keeping you small, not only physically, but also in terms of the difference you're to make. Now, let's try the same exercise, but with more empowering beliefs. So again, make sure you're sitting down comfortably and close your eyes. Now, observe your mind and your body as a response to each of these phrases. I believe anything is possible. Life is so easy. I'm blessed with how much I receive each day. It's easy to make money. I love trying new things. Being vulnerable is a strength. I'm proud of where I come from and my background. I love the work that I do. I've nothing to be worried about. Life is truly wonderful. Now you can open your eyes. So, how did your mind and body react? Did you find yourself agreeing or disagreeing with these phrases? Did you observe your body expanding or getting lighter? Did you feel more positive and upbeat? And if not, then it will indicate to you the level of belief you have in terms of being limiting or empowering. You see, beliefs are beliefs, just that. You give them the power that they have, whether it be limiting or empowering. And there's a process to removing limiting beliefs and have more empowering beliefs into place. Now that's some of what we go through in our online community. And if you want to find out more and be part of our community, just head over to executivecode.com and join us there. In the meantime, observe your thoughts and the language you use and see if they're limiting or empowering. And until the next time, I wish you every success.